1 minute, my lord.
In
1
which,
minute, my lord.
in
An
which
order,
matter?
order was being passed by the High Court, Bombay High Court this morning.
That is the additional affidavit of Mishra's case?
It is in Vanshika.
Vanshika.
My lord, 1 minute, my lord. 1 minute, my lord. An order, order was being passed by the High Court, Bombay High Court this morning.
That is the Shivangi Mishra's case?
It is in Vanshika.
Vanshika.
R12.
PDF 108.
So the Karnataka 10.
This is Rajasthan is 106.
Rajasthan High Court, my lord, annexure R13.
R13, okay.
Earlier one is Karnataka.
This was only pertaining to one candidate.
That is not relevant.
Running page 106, PDF 108.
So the Karnataka High Court.
Karnataka. This is Rajasthan is 106.
Rajasthan High Court, my lord, annexure R13.
R13, okay.
Earlier one is Karnataka.
This was only pertaining to one candidate.
That is not relevant. PDF cases. Okay, what page is this? Candidate.
Yes.
Okay, my lord, I'll just answer, my lord, that. My lord, we received representations, similar representations. So, my lord, it was thought proper, pro-student measure, that let everyone get an opportunity to apply. But the relevant figures are now, my lord, with me.
Candidate. No, but this order
Okay,
was
my
in
lord, I'll
respect
just
of one
answer, my lord,
student,
one
but
student. My lord,
it
we
was not
received
paid his fees.
representations,
So now what did the
similar
NTA do? NTA
representations.
allowed everybody to
So,
apply
my lord, it
afresh?
was thought proper, pro-student measure, that let everyone get an opportunity to apply. But the relevant figures are now, my lord, with me.
No, but this order was in respect of one student.
One student only.
Who had not paid
Aadhaar
his fees.
minutes authentication
So
could
now
not be
what
done
did
by
the
most
NTA
of the
do?
students.
NTA allowed everybody to apply
OTP
afresh.
was not received, OTP could not be received and fees could not be made. So all these aspects were subject matter of fees representation. In the light of this court order and the order of the Honorable High Court of Karnataka, we opened up
Aadhaar
this
minutes
listation. Authentication
But
could
this
not be
order had
done by
nothing to do with
most of
that.
the
Order is
students.
the Karnataka.
OTP was not
the
received,
relevant figure
OTP
is
could
this.
not be received and
Lord,
fees could
we
not be
received,
made. So all
as
these
my learned
aspects
friend
were
says, because of these difficulties, they could not be.
in the light
they
of
could
this
not make
court
the
order and the order of the
appropriate
Honorable High Court
application
of
within
Karnataka,
time. Lord, we received
we opened up this
15,000
listation.
But this order
new
had nothing to do with
registrations.
This
that.
order is
The
only
Karnataka
Approximately, maybe,
disposed
but the relevant
plus
figure is this. Lord, we received, as my learned friend says, because of these difficulties, they could not be.
received 3,000 physical representations
appropriate
and
application
900
within time.
representations on
Lord, we
email.
received
But the
15,000
relevant
figure is this.
new
Out of this
registrations,
new
approximately
14,094
plus
students.
minus.
I'm sorry, 15,094 students.
Lord, we received
Yes.
3,000
Those who will
physical
be getting
representations and 900
Admission in
representations on
1,08,000
email.
are only
But
40.
the
Relevant figure is this.
44 students are
Out of this new
qualifying.
Qualifying for
14,094 students.
getting admission
I'm sorry,
and are
15,094
within 1
students,
lakh 8,000.
which is the total number of
Yes.
medical seats.
those who will be getting admission in 1,08,000 are only 44.
665
44
candidates are
students are
getting less than 200. That means they are failing.
Qualifying
12,000?
for getting
665
admission
out of these.
and are within 1 lakh 8,000.
Which is the total number of
Medical seats.
200 marks out of?
And let's 12,665
70.
candidates
Yes,
are getting
failing. Out
less
of
than
1,500,
200. That means they are failing.
15,000,
12,000,
12,000 are failing. Just to
665.
indicate and satisfy
Only
all of
44 got in at
Yes,
that.
See, to satisfy our lordship's conscience
Yes.
that this was not, my lord, intended to help someone.
Right.
It was not a
200 marks out of-
pro-student measure ultimately that
One and 20.
Out
we
of
have received
720.
3,000
failing. Out of
physical
1,500,
representations
12,000
and
are-
900
15,000,
representations on
12,000 are
email.
failing.
Just to indicate
Window
and
be open
satisfy
for
Only
lordship,
44
2
got
days.
in at
Yes,
that.
To satisfy lordship's
And the
conscience,
figure,
new
this was
registration
not
is
intended
15,000
to
94.
help someone.
Right.
It was not a
15,000
pro-student measure.
85,
ultimately,
but
that,
I stand corrected.
we have received 3,000 physical representations and 900 representations on email. Let window be open for 2 days. And the figure, new registration is 15,094.
Mr. Huda.
Yes, Lord.
15,085.
Lord, I don't want to spend much time
No,
on that.
one more aspect, Manoj. There was one kind of a discrepancy which was noticed in the first half regarding that Jaipur. Look, the chart which your lordships have seen contains
85.
Mr. Huda.
Yes, Lord. Lord,
where
I don't want to spend
in
much
2000,
time
no,
on
one more
In
aspect. Manoj.
2004,
There was an
increase.
kind of a discrepancy which
In
was
2003,
noticed in the first half regarding that Jaipur. Say first 100. The chart
and
which
it
your
became
lordships
4.
have seen contains Jaipur, that is Rajasthan. 2023 also 9 students were in first 100. And this time also they were in first. In 2004, so that chart there was an increase. Not cities where there is an increase. 3% this fall within, let's say 1 to 4, 2 to 5. First 100. Rest are 1, and 1, it became 4. 1, 1, 0. In Jaipur, that is Rajasthan.
Yes.
on the Lord,
2023
IIT chart. I don't
also
want to
9
spend much time.
students
Just 2-3
were
tables
in
I want to
first
show, and I
100.
want
Now,
to proceed.
and this
because
time
there are
also they were in
much,
first 100.
better evidence
that
on
chart
record to
depicts,
show a leak and a systemic.
Now, what is,
cities
what
where
is
there
the
is an
submission? Now, why don't you
increase.
formulate
This
your
time,
submission?
which is from 2 to 4,
With
2 to
regard to
5.
IIT
Rest are
chart,
1,
first
1,
was that
0,
there is
1,
a
1,
conflict
0.
of interest. Two, they have
Yes,
taken the data of
IIT
chart. I don't want to spend much
23
time.
lakh
Just 2-3 tables I want to show, and I
So
want
now,
to proceed because there is much
to
better evidence on
have this,
record to show a leak and a
bell-shaped
systemic.
curve
now
and
what
to
is, what
say
are your
that
submissions?
it
Now,
does
why don't
not
you
show
formulate
any
your submission?
abnormality. I
With
say
regard
1
to
or 2 or
IIT
3%.
chart, first was that there is a conflict of interest.
Of
Two, they have
other
taken the
candidates.
data of using
The
unfair means
23
can't
lakh
be detected
33,000
in such large data.
To have this
Yes.
third, I say curve and to say that
different
it
tables
does
they
not show
give,
any
they are
abnormality.
giving
I say
without
1 or 2 or
declaring the result,
3%.
they are giving the data only
insertion
with regard to
of
2 to 3 cities.
other candidates
And not the
using
entire
unfair
data
means can't be detected
for the
in
scrutiny
such
of the
large
petitioners.
data. It is a
Yes.
sampling.
Yes.
Third,
They
I
have
say
done
the
to
different
suit their
tables they
own,
give.
they are giving without declaring the result, they are giving the data only with regard to 2 to 3 cities. And not the entire data for the scrutiny of the petitioners. 8 and 9. It is a
Yes.
sampling at page they have
15.
done to suit their own. They are drawing, Lord, may kindly see table 8 and 9. How wrong they have gone in their analysis. They are showing a table 8 at page 15. Center-wise rank at page 15. Center-wise rank of top, they are drawing
500.
now, Lord, table 8 and 9.
For 24
How
is the table
wrong
4.
they have gone in
So
their
Bhatinda,
analysis.
they say only
They are
5.
showing a table
Seeker,
A
they
at
say
page
4.
15.
Surat, they say 4.
Now, Lord, they are comparing
Center-wise
this
rank
with the data of 23.
Where did you get that table?
Center-wise
Table
rank
8,
of top
Table 8.
500.
Now, my Lord, table 8
For
center-wise
24
rank of
is the table 4.
2024.
So Bhatinda, they say
So they
only
focus
5.
on Bhatinda,
Seeker,
Seeker,
they
and
say
Surat.
4. Surat,
And
they
they
say
give
4.
the
Number of students.
Now, Lord, they are comparing
Now
this
the next table
with the
they are
data of
comparing the two
23
tables
Where
to
did you
show
get
that there is no
Where did you get that table?
abnormality. Table
in the
8,
next
Mullah.
center-wise rank of
Table
23.
Correct. Of top 500. Table
Now
8
they are comparing
center-wise rank of
Rajkot with Bhatinda,
2024.
Vijayawada with Sikar.
So they focus on
Delhi
Bhatinda,
with
Sikar
Surat.
and
I
Surat.
do not know how
And
they
they
do
give
it.
the number of students.
If they are doing a comparison,
Now the next table,
center-wise
the two
rank
tables to
of
show
two
that there is no
different years,
abnormality.
they have
In
to
the next
compare
center-wise
apple with
rank
apple.
of 23 of top
But they say
500.
Now they are
We will do
comparing
it,
Rajkot with Bhatinda,
like
Vijayawada
this
with
doesn't
Sikar.
make any sense whatsoever.
Delhi
And the
with
argument I'm
Surat.
making
I do
is
not know
that
how they do
cannot
take support
If they are
of
doing
this
a
IIT
comparison,
Madras
center-wise
report to
rank
say that
of
there is
two
no
different
leak
years,
and there is no
they have to
cheating.
compare
that-
apple with apple.
That they're
The
doing,
only thing
they are
is,
seeing if
but
there
they
is
say no.
any abnormality, that's all.
We will do it.
Whether there's a leak or not, you have to
like this,
establish
this
aligned
doesn't
date.
make any
Yes,
sense
the
whatsoever.
only thing is
And the
IIT
argument I'm
Faridabad
making
has
is
not
that
been able
they
to
cannot
pinpoint the
take
red
support
flags.
of this IIT
They say
Madras
we have not been able to
report
find
to say that
everything
there is no
seems to
leak
be
and there
normal.
is no cheating.
Now, Lord, may
That-
kindly see,
that they're
the
doing
only
a
thing
test,
is
they're
straight
seeing
away,
if
and then
there's
I don't
any
want to waste Lord's
abnormality,
time on
that's
this
all.
table.
They,
Whether
Because
there's a
that
leak or not,
is
you have
not
to establish
clinching.
alien date.
on
Yes.
either
only
side.
thing
is IIT Faridabad has not
Just
been
to
able
show
to
that the
pinpoint
kind
the
of
red flags.
inflation is there,
They say
which is
we have
shown
not
in
been
table
able to find
16.
everything seems
And they
to
say
be
this is normal.
I say this is
Now,
not
Lord, may
normal.
kindly see,
Lord,
table
may kindly
60,
see
page
straight away, and then I
17.
don't want to waste Lord's time on this table.
Now they
Because
have
that
given the
is
total
not
number of
clinching
candidates
on
for
either
3
side.
years,
With a rank of
just
550
to show that the kind of
720.
inflation is there, which is shown in table 16.
Lord, this is the
And they
marks
say this is
range,
normal. I say
550
this is not
to
normal.
720. This table,
Lord, may kindly see
16.
page 17.
2022.
Now
in
they have
this
given the
marks
total number
range,
of candidates.
I have done the
for
total
3 years.
with a rank
The
of
total
550
of
to
2022
720.
from marks range of 550 to 720 is
This is the marks range,
49,134. Lord, may kindly note it
550
somewhere.
to 720. This table 16.
24.
2022,
in this
49,134. I have done the total.
Is 2022
The total
of
candidate in the marks
2022
range
from
of
marks range of
550
550
to
to
720
is
for the next year.
49,134. Lord, may kindly
2023.
note it
Lord,
somewhere.
the number goes up to 64,520. 20, if I total all the four categories
49,134.
given here.
For
Is
2022, how much was it?
2022, total candidate
was
in the marks range of 550 to 720. For the next year,
Yes.
23, this number, the
goes
number
up to
goes up to 64,520. If I total
And
all,
There is an
the four
increase of
categories
15,000
given here.
For
approximately.
2022, how much was it?
And 24, this figure goes to
1,49,134.
42,137.
Yes.
23, this number goes
77,000.
up to 64,520.
So the previous year the increase was 15,000.
How many students actually appeared in 2022?
there is an increase of
23 and 24?
15,000
Total
approximately.
students. And 24?
Yes.
And 24,
There
this
is an
figure
increase
goes
of
to
about
1 lakh
students.
2022, how many students
42,137.
appeared?
Lord, it
So
is
the
3 lakh
increase is
students.
77,000.
2.95 to be
So the
precise.
previous year the increase
2.95
was
lakh.
15,000.
How many students actually appeared in 2022,
And
23 and
23?
24? No, it must be much more.
Can't be.
Yes.
Has to be
Lord,
more.
there
Mr.
is an
Kaushik, in
increase of
2022,
about 1
how many
lakh
students appeared? 2022, how many students appeared?
I have this.
Lord, it is 3 lakh
Total number,
students.
1,87,000.
2.95 to be precise.
Yes.
2.95 lakh.
Yes.
1 lakh?
It will be more.
And
Can't be.
23.
I have the
No, it
exact
must be
figures.
much more.
Can't be.
18.
I have the exact
Mr.
figures. Lord.
Kaushik, in 2022, how many students appeared?
18,72,343
I have
registered.
this.
This is total.
18 lakh
Total number.
72,000.
1,18,64,571 appeared, actually appeared.
1 lakh,
It is
17 lakh.
No, 18
I
lakh,
have the exact figures.
How much?
4,571.
I have the exact figures. Lord.
I've got the figure,
Yes,
correct
22.
figures, it's 18 lakh 72,343 registered.
23, 18 lakh 72,000.
17 lakhs registered is 4,500 lakhs, even 7,460 appeared.
Yes, 17 lakh. How many appeared?
Appeared is 20 lakh, 38,571. Yes, 22. In 24 minutes,
23
23.
and 24?
Registered is 20 lakhs, 24 lakhs, 6,079.
Yes. How many appeared?
Appeared is 20 lakh, 38,596.
And appeared?
Appeared is
And
minutes
24?
23 lakhs, 34 minutes, 33,294 lakhs, 6,079.
So between 22 and 24, the number who registered has gone up from 18 to 24, which is about, say, 33% increase. And those who appeared increased from 17.64 to
Appeared is
23,
minutes
again about, say,
23 lakhs,
33%, one-third increase. So as
33,297.
opposed to the increased number of students
So
about
between
22 and
increase.
24, the number in the top
who
echelon has gone up almost by
18 to
300%,
24,
from 50,000 to 1 lakh, which is about, say, 33%.
The increase,
And those who appeared increased from 17.64
draw
to
correlation that
23,
therefore the
again about, say,
examination is
33%,
These are
1/3
not
increase.
But
So
there is
as
a
opposed to the
reason given,
increased
Lord, as
number of
They,
students, about
according to you,
33%
there
increase.
was a
The number
reduction
in the top
uh,
echelons
in
has
the,
gone up almost by
syllabus.
300%,
so they
from
have, Lord,
50,000 to
IIT
1 lakh
Madras,
40,000.
IIT
the increase, I have another corresponding increase which we
Can we
have
draw a
placed on record.
correlation that therefore the
There is not a whisper.
examination is
And just
elite?
one thing
There
more.
is
There was
not
an increase in the
but
syllabus.
there is a reason
Increase in
given,
the
Lord,
syllabus.
as
They,
understood by
according
me.
to you, there was a reduction in the.
How
do you demonstrate that there was an increase
I
in
have a
syllabus?
document
So
placed on
they have,
record.
Lord,
They can't
IIT
deny it.
Madras.
Show us that.
I will
IIT,
straight away show it. Just want to show it here. Just one thing. We have placed on record. Increase there is not a whisper. Number of just one thing more.
There was an
In the
increase in the
examination in
syllabus.
2021 was 1,78,000 and 22 it was 2.2 lakh.
How do you demonstrate that there was an
In
increase?
23, 2.74 lakh, and 24, the increase is 2,95,000 lakh. So the increase is almost linear. Number of people in
33%
the examination
increase
in 2021 was 1,78,000, what I'm saying.
About
22,
one-third,
it
you know,
was
roughly one-third.
2.2 lakh increase. In 23, 2.74 lakh, and 24, the increase is 2,95,000 lakh. Almost so linear. The increase is almost linear. 15% at
About
every year.
33% increase every year.
Here, the jump is about fivefold.
It's about one-third, you know, roughly one-third.
In the number of candidates falling in that category, 77,000. Previous year, the difference was 15,095
Can this
lakh.
by itself be indicative of
It's almost
a
linear.
leak
15%.
in the question paper?
15% at every
there is
year.
a smoking gun on the blood.
Here, the jump is not five a red flag. In the number of candidates falling in that category, 77,000. Previous year, the difference was
No,
15,000.
but can this by itself be indicative of a leak in the question paper?
No, blood. I would say there is a smoking gun on the blood. Blood, it's a red flag.
How do you show
Syllabus.
that the
Blood,
syllabus?
blood, may kindly have my supplementary note circulated yesterday.
Your Lordship would note, even in the first bracket, that is 700 to 720, there is a remarkable jump. In 2022, 99 students, my lord, fall
That
very
goes
much.
up- that goes up to
Kindly have
2, 3
my
to 1.
supplementary note
And
circulated
350,
yesterday.
your Lordship would know, last year, even in the first, that is also almost bracket, that is 700 to 720.
So
that keep on
there is
happening.
a
Because
remarkable
many students
jump.
will not appear
They
in
could not make
2022,
it.
they reappear in the
99
next year. Students,
These-
my lord,
these are the dynamics.
In
fall
that
within
That goes
marks
on, that
range,
goes up to 2, 3 to 1.
23, 22
and
to 23, the
350,
increase was 15,000.
last year.
23 to
That is also
24,
almost
in the
similar.
same marks range, the increase is
So that
77,000.
keep on happening.
Mr.
Because many
uh,
students
there.
will not
I
appear.
know.
They
You have
could
to have
not make
something
it,
more
they
concrete.
reappear
That's
in the
right. I
next
will
year.
straight away
These
coming
are the
to
dynamics.
in that to the best part of my submission.
Give us the best
23,
part.
yes, I'm straight away coming just after showing that there is an increase in this labor. 23 to 24, in the same marks range, the increase is 77,000. Yesterday.
Mr.
Yes, I
Mr.
put
Uda,
there.
you have to have something more
Annexure
concrete.
A. That's right. I will
Just give us a
straight away coming
page
to
7.
to the best part of
The
my
following
submission.
syllabus was
Yes,
increased
Yes, I am
in
straight
the
away
Neet
coming just
UG
after showing that there is an increase in this labor.
biology. Yes, Lord,
Lord,
allow
this
me,
is
Lord,
the
my
topic supplementary
added.
submission circulated yesterday.
Yes.
And then, my Lord, on the next page, annexure topics increased in chemistry, page 7. But the following syllabus was increased in the Neet UG 24 examination topic increase in biology.
Yes.
My Lord, this is the page 8 is the topics increase in chemistry. My Lord, these are the topics added at page 8. And then, my Lord, page 9 topics increase in physics. Increased in chemistry. Notified just 5 months before the examination.
Yes.
Then, my Lord, page 8 is the topics increase in chemistry. My Lord, these are the topics added at page 8. And then, my Lord, page 9 topics increase in physics, chemistry, and biology. And not surprisingly, just 5 months before the examination, is that there is not a whisper that this
syllabus is not only reduced or
18
deleted
topics,
part
Milord,
of
in
it, but it
physics.
is increased also. They should have come clean.
All right, you got it.
Now,
Ask them.
Lord, straight away,
Chemistry
this honorable court on the last
and
day of
biology.
hearing directed
And Lord,
NTA to
surprisingly, the conduct of
identify.
NTA
First of all, Lord, this honorable
that
court
there is not a
directed that
whisper.
how the paper was set, how it was sent
That
to
this
printing, then
syllabus
how
is
it was
not
sent
only
to the center.
reduced or deleted part of
The
it, but
chain
it is
of custody.
increased also. They should have
Now,
come
in the
clean.
chain of custody,
you got it.
their
Now,
reply
Lord,
is,
straight away,
Now you're
this
going to
honorable court
the
on the
most
last
important
date
part.
of hearing
straight up.
directed
So
NTA
what is
to
the submission now? You just
identify.
formulate it. so
First
we
of
get
all,
it.
Lord, this
Submission
honorable
is
court directed that how
their own
the
case
paper
is
was
that
set,
the
how it was sent to
questions
printing,
papers were
then how it was
dispatched
sent to the center.
for the respective
The chain of
cities
custody.
on
Now, in the chain of
24th of
custody,
April 2024.
their reply is,
Now you're going to the most important
I'm
point.
sorry, straight up.
24, no,
So what is the submission now? You
Overall,
just formulate it. so we get it.
24th of April
submission is
2024,
their
the
own
papers were
case is that
dispatched
the
through
questions
a reputed
papers were
courier
dispatched
company, which is a
for
private
the
company in any case.
respective cities
Their name has also
on
come out in
24th of
everywhere.
April 2024.
And it reached, I'm sorry,
The
24
SBI
no.
and Canara Bank on 5th
Overall,
of May 2024.
24th of April
3rd of May.
2024,
I'm sorry.
the papers
3rd of
were
May 2000
dispatched through a reputed courier company, which is a private company in any case. It
Their
was
name
in
has also come
Richard
Now,
out
just one
everywhere.
clarification, they were
And it
sent
reached
to the SBI, Canara
The
branches
SBI and
in
Canara
those
Bank
cities,
on
or what
5th of
happened?
May
Where were they sent to?
2024.
They
3rd
were
of May.
sent to the
I'm
cities.
sorry.
3rd of
So
May 2000.
wherever that's the total exam, that exam was held in how many cities? 571 centers in 90.
It was
how many
in
cities?
Rickshaw.
Now, just one
571
clarification.
cities.
They were sent to the
750
SBI, Canara
centers.
right,
branches
we had said that
in
those
those
cities, or what happened?
With
Where were they
regard to
sent
the interesting part now
They were
comes
sent
to
to the cities.
These
So
papers were
wherever
sent to
that's the total
SBI
exam-
and
that
Can
exam
Bank was held in how many
these
cities? 571 cities.
That's right. This is what they say in their
571
reply.
centers in 90. Each
How
of
many
these cities had a SBI
571
branch and a Can
cities.
Bank branch.
4,750 centers.
Right, so they were dispatched on
Now,
24/4.
with regard to the
And reached on
interesting
3rd
part
May.
now comes
So,
to receipt is 5th of May
these
2020.
papers were sent to
3rd of May.
SBI and
3rd
Can
of May
Bank in
2020.
these 571 cities.
That's right. This
So
is
the
what
time
they
gap
say
is
in their
about
reply.
almost
Each of these cities
9
had a
days.
Yes.
SBI
This
branch
is
and a
one
Can Bank
aspect.
branch.
They have not
Will
diverged.
be dispatched, will be any
Referring
notice
to
this
Patna.
So they were dispatched
I'm
on
not referring to Patna,
24/4.
I'm coming to 70.
We are not
Hazaribagh
fighting.
Third
and
May.
then Patna.
The receipt is 5th of
That
May
is a separate
2020.
story.
Hazaribagh.
3rd of May.
Hazaribagh.
3rd of May 2024.
So the time gap is about almost 9 days.
Yes, this is one aspect. They have not diverged. Now, please,
He is referring to Patna.
I'm not referring to Patna, I'm coming to
We are not fighting.
Hazaribagh and then Patna. I'm not, that is a separate story.
Hazaribagh.
Hazaribagh.
इसका वो सीधा हमारा हमारी सप्लीमेंट्री नोट
Papers were sent uniformly on the 24th of April.
I will explain, Lord, as CBI has investigated the entire chain from the printer till it is delivered to the center. And how there are checks and balances, sealing, GPS tracking. If there is any tampering, then the
Papers were
GPS
sent
immediately
uniformly on the 24th of
sounds alert that there is at some stage, at this particular place, on this particular date, there is a, from the printer till it is delivered. There are digital lockers and locks. How there are checks and balances. I have given, Malad, that sealing, GPS tracking. There is a 7-layer. If there is any tampering, then the 7-layer immediately,
body vehicle with electronic locks and on 3rd of May paper this trunk was found to be traveling in an e-rickshaw open to sky being delivered at the Oasis school and there is a photograph on record shows the principal who is now being arrested by the CBI is receiving the trunk not the SBI bank but the Hazaribagh school principal
The affidavit before this honorable court is factually incorrect and doesn't even capture that basic part. Here, my lord, they say on 3rd of May, my lord, page 7, the last bullet of this para, the sealed iron trunk were delivered to the concerned custodian SBI Bank at Hazaribagh, Jharkhand on 3rd of May and was kept in a safe vault by the bank. The bank received the trunks and gave an acknowledgement to the logistic company. Now, my lord, straight away, allow me to come to my supplementary submissions, my lord, which I have placed even the photographs on record, showing that where this trunk was being taken in an e-rickshaw, open to sky with one driver.
Can you now formulate your submissions? You're saying that now, you've seen now the broad lay of the matter. Your contention is the leak is absolutely widespread and systemic.
One,
Now,
happened-
how do you formulate your submission?
Lord, what I say is, because this honorable court pertinently asked them a question.
No, but just formulate it. Just formulate. We're not able to
My
get your point now. We've
formulation
seen
is-
the broad.
There is a systemic failure in conducting the examination by NTA. And the multiple failures, my lord, if I enlist, the failure is multi-dimensional, and if I enlist serial wise, my lord.
Yes, just tell us.
Yes. The transportation of the question paper got compromised when for 6 days, the question paper remained in the hands of a private courier company. And in support, my lord, I have to say about the evidence on record indicating that the question paper for this examination was being transported in an e-rickshaw 2 days prior to the examination
At Hazaribagh, no?
at Hazaribagh on 3rd of May. And instead of it being taken to straight away to the bank, probably there was no clarity on the direction where the question paper will go. So the e-rickshaw driver took it to the Oasis school.
No, that's not what.
If your lordship.
I will read that. I will read
Your
that.
lordships read the caption below the picture. While intent is, let's perhaps not reading that.
Where are you reading?
That's the same picture which is being displayed on the
Let me read just one news item and show this newspaper, my lord.
The Jharkhand school.
Page 12 of my written,
Just a minute. my
my supplementary submission, my lord, may kindly have for a moment. That will clinch it.
That only I am reading.
Just read.
Allow me to read.
He says that these are the question papers, but picture shows
My lord, may kindly see page 11. My lord, may just.
OMR sheets.
OMR sheets after the examination.
It is the 3rd of May. Lord, may allow me to just to first read, my lord, Annexure B at page 11 of my supplementary submission. This
Therefore-
news item and then the photograph, my lord, I will show that.
Incorrect version of the situation may not be. My affidavit is with regard to.
Huda, now you have to formulate what your point is. You said
Yes, my lord.
that there was a systemic failure of NTA in conducting the examination. One, transportation was compromised. The packet remained with a private courier company for 6 days and transported in an e-rickshaw at Hazaribagh on 3 May 2020.
3rd of May 2000, which was received by the principal and instead of the custodian, that is the SBI. And now the information with us is that this principal of Hazaribagh has been arrested for being a conspirator in the leak. He was part of the NTA, he was a city coordinator.
Then what is the next point?
The next point is the dissemination of the leaked paper was happening from 3rd of May itself. And the evidence of the chat on the Telegram, etc., indicate that the sold paper was being circulated on 4th of May, not 5th of May.
Where do we get that?
My lord, with regard to that, my lord, I have two submissions. One, Lord, in my submission, Lord, what I had said was that there is a flame blare channel which had disseminated the sold paper.
Where is that?
Lord, a question paper. Lord, that I have, Lord, if I can straight away show my first note, Lord, I have said it. They have responded to my first note, thankfully, and they are not commenting on that. I want to read, Lord, page 6 of my first note, first written
Where is
submission.
the first note?
Lord, 10th of July note, which was filed in deference to my Lord's direction that it should be one comprehensive note. Where I say, my Lord, correct. Flame blare. Written submissions, para 2, systemic failure.
Locate that. Number one.
So there's one principal note, my Lord, which we submitted, 10th of July.
Heading reads as relevant list of dates.
No, written submissions which we have filed on 10th of July. It's a combined written submissions.
We have
It's a
not,
collated one, my Lord. There are only two, I believe.
You filed, replied yesterday for that note also.
Yes, you filed reply also to that note.
Yes, filed a reply to that note.
Yes, yes. Lord, there is one heading, systemic failure. So this compromise the sanctity of examination.
Question paper was circulated on Telegram channel.
That's right, Lord. Question paper was circulated on a Telegram channel one day prior to the scheduled examination on 4th of May 2024 at 12 a.m. This breach of security has raised significant concerns regarding the integrity of the fairness of the examination process. Given the nature of social media and modern communication platform, it is impossible to accurately determine the full extent of leak and identify all beneficiaries. Information shared on social media spread rapidly and uncontrollably, reaching an extensive audience within a very short period. This phenomenon makes it extremely challenging to segregate the pinpoint the individuals who may have gained unfair advantage. Screen recording of a handle named Flame Blare. Lord, we have this video. Now, in response to this pleading, Lord, they have filed a written note yesterday. They don't talk about it. They don't comment on it.
See, the only thing is which you have to bear in mind as a matter of robust common sense. The idea of somebody who was doing this was not just to make a national charade of the Neet exam. People who are doing it were in it for money,
Correct, correct.
right?
That's right.
It was not people who wanted to sort of bring the whole exam into disrepute.
Correct.
What you would do to bring the whole exam into disrepute is to have a massive dissemination.
This became public.
So
Only after the
why would,
examination.
right, somebody who was doing it admittedly, as it now appears, to make money out of the process.
That's right.
Therefore, anybody who was making money out of it, he would not circulate it on a mass scale unless he has that network to also connect with other people.
right.
Like you have, say, 10 people across in 10 different cities in the state
That's right.
who are all involved in the leakage and being part of the conspiracy to make
That's right.
money.
That's right.
So, is it your case? I mean, we have made a note of that point, that this was circulated on Telegram on early morning on the
4th of May.
4th of May at
That's right.
12:02
That's
a.m.
right. That's right.
So the whole of 4th went.
Correct. All of 4th and then on 5th, because the examination is on 5th at 2 p.m. in the afternoon.
That's actually, my friend is not correct. We have replied to this in our additional affidavit also, as well as written affidavit.
When was it actually put on the Telegram channel?
Telegram channel, our stand is, it is a doctored video. Edited is shown in the picture itself, which we have placed on record along with our.
But this is another thing.
And the time
Let me
is
complete
5th.
it. If I can complete. All right.
5th May, 1740 is the time of this minutes video.
Not this one.
This
After that.
Let him show minutes that video he is talking of. We have got this.
Telegram channel has an inbuilt feature. If you made some changes or you temper with it, then that change is also reflected. And therefore, we came to know that this was somebody had circulated after the examination.
Yes, but I will show that video and what they are trying to say and demonstrate that it is factually incorrect.
1740, Manoj, that is
Yes,
540.
if I can, my lord, straight away invite my lord kind attention to NTA additional reply, my lord, what the Learned Solicitor General is saying. Page 24 of NTA additional reply, my lord. There is, this is another Akash test series they have bought. We didn't know this, but they say there was another channel which was circulating. And they say this circulation happened post the examination. And what is the basis to say so? Let me explain it, my lord. Kindly see page 24 of this NTA additional reply. Now, my lord, this is the original screen at page 1, page 24, which shows paper.
Of India.
No, my lord, this is, my lord, additional affidavit of NTA. My lord, it is a screen like this, my lord, may I see this. It will be a screen like this.
Page?
Page 24, my lord. Annexure A2.
976, yes.
Annexure A2.
Yes. Yes.
Now, my lord, kindly see the second half of it, where date May 4 is written. And
Right.
then there is a paper being shown in this chat. Now, at the bottom of it, my lord, that red circle, they say it is,
901.
this is
Edited
edited.
901.
This is edited. My lord, paper is being shown on 4th of May on this Telegram channel. The date is appearing on the top. And at the bottom of this document, my lord, kindly see the circle they have done it for facility.
Circle indicates what? The answer?
Yes, circle, they say, indicates that this message is edited.
Edited 901.
And so maybe time is edited. This is their argument. And the real time is, my lord, may kindly see the next page. They say this is the real time. Now I will explain. Lord, page 25, they say the time is 5/5/2024, 1540, 1740. There is a fundamental flaw in this argument. One argument is, my lord, whenever a Telegram channel document is pressed for edited, it can swap, Lord, it can swap the document, but the time will remain the same. It can't change the time. I have tried it myself, Lord, with the help of my all colleagues. If on a Telegram channel, I receive a document, I want to edit it. I can swap the document, but the time will not change. This is one. They say the time is changed, which is impossible. Now the next page 25, the time they are giving is not the time of receipt of a document. It is a watermark. It's there.
If I open this question paper, this opens.
Second point was the telegram.
Yes, my lord, telegram, page 24 indicate that on 4th of May, question paper is being circulated. The photograph of the question paper, my lord, appearing, we have compared it with the original. It is this original question paper. The date shown on the top of it is 4th of May. And the time is 9 a.m. Now they want this honorable court to disbelieve this date and time with the next page showing. Lord, may kindly see the next page. Next page, page 45 is not the date and time which can ever appear like this in a telegram channel. It is a watermark. If I click a picture, if I click a picture, my lord, with the date and time on, I photo it, then it will appear that the photo is taken on this time and this date. Kindly see the watermark, it's not a date and time appearing on the telegram. Date and time appears like the one it is appearing at page 24. This is how they want this honorable court to believe this. And this is something, Lord, other than the flame blare, which we have found and seen the video.
What else now?
Yes. Now, my lord, with this, allow me, my lord, to come back to Hazaribagh, just one news item to demonstrate that how it is an admitted thing, almost admitted thing that the paper is leaked on 3rd of May. Allow me, my lord, to come back to my supplementary note for a moment. Page 12 of my supplementary note. Lord, that is essential. Allow me to read that, Lord.
Yes,
Page
supplementary note
11.
Yeah.
My supplementary note. I have, my lord, only two notes. One the main note and the other is supplementary note. Lord, where I had shown the edit syllabus.
Yes.
Yes, Lord. Page 11, my lord. Allow me to read this news, Lord. The Central Bureau of Investigation probing the Neet UG paper leak case on Friday arrested 3 persons, including principal of so-and-so, and vice principal of the OSS school Hazaribagh, and interrogated 13 suspects arrested by Patna police at so-and-so jail in Bihar capital. The CBI sleuths also visited so-and-so with 2 accused to explore the potential involvement of Rocky, nephew of alleged mastermind Sanjeev Mukhia, in the case. The principal and vice principal of Hazaribagh School, one of the center for the exam conducted on 5th of May, were arrested after 3 days of the questions involving more than 60 hours over the allegations of tampering of question papers. The identity of the third person could not be ascertained till the time of filing of this report. 3 arrested persons will be produced in CBI court in Patna. CBI had seized cell phone, laptops, school CCTV camera footage with the assistance of forensic experts on Tuesday. According to sources, the CBI uncovered crucial evidence from the 3 months call records obtained from Huck's phone, which led to his arrest. Huck, who served as the district coordinator for Neet, had earlier expressed concern about a potential leak originating from a private courier company and the SBI that the breach might have occurred at their end. The CBI, which was initially concentrating on the route from the office of the private courier firm at so-and-so to CBI main branch, Julu Park, shifted its focus after analyzing CCTV footage. The footage confirmed that no tampering occurred along this stretch, leading to CBI to suspect Huck, who consistently provided the same response during questioning. Sources told TOI that CBI's attention turned to Oasis School, located on Mandai Road near Kalu Chowk, and its staff. The agency began gathering digital evidence and uncovered that e-rickshaw had gone directly to Oasis School on May 3, instead of proceeding to the CBI main branch, where it was supposed to be stored in the strong room. CBI sources said that at the school, the aluminum box was tampered with and the packet containing the question paper was removed. A glue stick was used to reseal the package containing the question paper. The Economic Offences Unit, which had been investigating the case before it handed over to the CBI, also corroborated these findings according to the sources. My lord, allow me to skip this. Now kindly see the next page, at page, my lord, 14. I'm sorry, this is page 14, and then 15 is, my lord, this e-rickshaw and the principal of the school who has been arrested now for tampering with the trunk and seal, etc. Page 15. Lord, this is the e-rickshaw. In the affidavit, they said that it is called sealed vehicle, covered and sealed vehicle, guarded, and where all sort of security. Now, this is how, my lord,
Students pay for the NEET exam.
pardon?
How much does each student pay for the NEET exam? 1,700 rupees.
Reserved category was, how much was the reserved category?
3,200
1700,
for the reserved category.
general category.
1,700 for the general category and reserved category. 0.33 lakh students into 1,700. How much does it work? Sorry.
And then they have transported these blood boxes in an e-rickshaw with one driver. There is no guard.
Nobody would pose with a photo, to pose for to be photographed like this if these are question papers. This is a part of the process. When you hand over or take over something, you pause with the receipt, etc. This is OMR sheets, not question paper.
That's 1700 for the general. General EWS, OBC and NCL is 1600.
From the exam,
The expense rates.
how much do you make in terms of revenue for this?
Revenue generation. It's about 400 crores and the expenditure is about 300 crores.
Mr. Solicitor, you engage a private courier company?
Lord, your lordships may allow me to show. Lord, the checks.
There is no CCTV in the centers. There is no toilets in some of the
We are not
areas
on
where.
toilets. There are
46%. There is no CCTV.
CCTV footage is recovered. I will, Lord, show when my turn comes.
All right, your
Yes,
third point now,
besides this-
what is the third point supplementary?
Yeah,
note?
Lord, besides this, we have placed on record 161 statements recorded by Bihar Police of the accused, which indicate that the paper was available on 4th. If I can straight away read just one statement. That statement is in. Lord, my main note dated 10th of July. Just one statement, allow me, Lord, to read from there.
You are reading Anurag Yadav's statement?
I'm read, yes.
Yes, that your translation is wrong. I have got the original in Hindi.
Okay.
And
I
it's
believe.
wrong on a
I
very
believe-
crucial.
Read Hindi. I believe.
It's wrong on a very crucial point.
Okay, okay,
Must be a mistake. I'm not alleging anything.
okay. So, my lord, this statement indicates that my uncle dropped me on 4th, right? The paper leak was on 4th.
That's not a-
One statement with you.
Who gave you? Lord, yes, well, in fact, because so many people are circulating this material on social media from everywhere. But though the candidates here are less, but the anxiety on a social media and the kind of students who are affected by it, but not coming forward to file a petition before this honorable court. They are supporting all these petitions, and this kind of a material is being supplied. And not even the officers, but the other day, I had placed on record the press note of Bihar Police. The IG Police gave that press note. Now, subsequently, they say they have backtracked. Thing is happening in this case. So let them deny that these are not the correct. This is what they say. In the counter affidavit, they say that this is not a certified copy of 161 statement, and hence it should be discounted from the evidence. Oh.
हिंदी वाली
हाँ, हिंदी वाली certified.
हिंदी वाली लेके आ
हिंदी वाले स्टेटमेंट मांग सर
इनको
बाथरूम में टॉयलेट
According to you, the leaked question paper, preparing the answers to 180 questions and then putting it together for the students in 45 minutes.
Look, they got 1 hour and there were 7 solvers. I can't divulge all this information. It's a part of my report. There were 7 solvers. They demarcated 25 questions each. And I can tell you, Lordship, why they were required to memorize. Lord, if we are, all of us are sitting in one classroom, the 180 plus 20 questions would be same. But the number of the question would be
That's very jumbled up.
shuffled.
That's right.
My question number 1 would be his question number 8. So nobody can give a answer sheet ready that A answer is B answer is C. They will have to memorize. And so far the investigation has been able to identify 18 students, and because of this lack of time from 10 to 12, because they were asked to go back to the centers, they have to report to the
But
center.
Mr. Solicitor, the whole hypothesis that within 45 minutes to an hour, not only was there a breach, but the entire question paper was solved in a space of 45 minutes
No,
and
within
then given
1
to
hour.
the students.
Within 1 hour.
Seems to be very far-fetched. In 1 hour, all that happened.
Lord, within 1 hour, and there were 7 solvers, and 7 solvers bifurcated questions.
So according to you, the leak, the breach occurred when the
8 to a.m. in the morning to 9:23 in the morning.
It was taken out.
So the papers left the vault at 8 o'clock, 8 to.
9:23. They didn't have much time, therefore.
But what time did the papers leave the vault of the State Bank of India or Canara Bank, whichever bank?
7:30, which is under the videography, under the CCTV, we have recovered the footage, and there is no.
So 7:30 they leave the bank.
Yes.
After that, the paper
They
is.
bring it to the center.
What time does it reach the center?
5 minutes.
From Hazaribagh.
7:45. And since the.
No, Patna में भी तो होगा ना कोई
So still, but assuming that it was 8:02 to
We have
9:30.
evidence to show, Lord, I'll be able to show it to your lordship. And that is why, that is the reason why, because the students got only 2 hours, Lord, to memorize the questions. I'll be able to show that. Lord, out of 18 students who are identified, who have, Lord, brought at a particular place, only one student, Lord, is getting possible admission. Lord, of course, now he would be facing the debarment, etc. Only one.
But there are about 225 students totally involved, 225.
But I cannot give the figure, but it would not cross 150. That's our estimate. And I will be able to substantiate these facts, my lord, by the very meticulous investigation conducted.
Show you.
My lord, the person who went inside for the purpose of breaking is arrested. The
CBI second report.
my lord, I would request your lordship, my lord, to closely scrutinize the CBI status report. My lord, if your lordships can, my lord, may I request? May I request in report number 1, kindly read from para 27 onwards.
Now see report number 2.
Yes,
Report number 2.
yesterday, my lord, it was filed yesterday. Would your lordships consider?
Para 113.8 at page 13.
Second. Your lordships are on para?
Page 13, para 113.8.
Yes. The total number of candidates so and so from the, are around so and so. Therefore, my lord, I said that it would not cross roughly, my lord, 150. And at every stage of the travel route,
113.8,
8, my lord?
113.8. Just read it in your mind.
Yes, the
That's
total
all.
number,
That's all.
around 150.
This is your figure.
Yes. Therefore, I said my total would
Correct.
not cross 150. The checks.
It's between Patna and Hazaribagh.
Patna.
What is the distance between?
Lord, it is at a distance. Lord, the one gang member who was also at Hazaribagh, Lord, sent it by WhatsApp.
How much? 240.
It is my 240 around. And their model is, my lord. Lord, their model is not to allow students also to take photographs because if it leaks, Lord, they have been given, well, kindly, Lord, this is crucial. The parents have given post-dated checks.
Time started at what time?
Lord, para 50 of first report, my lord, if your lordships can see on this in this context, my lord. Page 19.
हाँ, मेरे भाग से गए.
Even 15 questions.
Let's say request to once again go through, my lord, these two reports. My lord, their modus operandi or business model, my lord, whichever way we put it, is they ensure that the paper is not leaked and given to students whose parents have given post-dated checks over and above the advance money. So that if it leaks and spread into thousands of people, then the examination is cancelled and they will not get anything. So students when called, for the purpose of memorization, were asked to keep their mobiles out. They also purchased, I don't wish to divulge much, it's mentioned there, my lord. Accused are in custody.
10 lakh.
Lord, we are not adverse to the petitioners, my lord.
The problem solvers been arrested by the CBI?
3 of them yesterday. Today also something has happened.
Sorry?
Not doctors, I think. Don't, now you say medical students. Earlier you said doctors. Why are you doing this?
Doctors or medical students that that is very safe. Yesterday, I don't know what has happened today. It's an evolving situation.
Because their investigation will show us when they got the question papers. Because, I'll tell you one
Which
thing.
hotel they were?
Tell you what is worrying us is, how much was the period between the time when the breach occurred and the time of the exam?
Not more
The
than
shorter it
two-
is, the less the likelihood of a widespread dissemination.
2 to
If
2.5
if that time period is say 3 days, then obviously that there's a greater danger
Obviously.
if that time period is say about 4 hours, then the
No,
only
let
question
me
is,
assure the petitioners, I am not adversarial to them.
second,
Their concern is genuine.
I mean, we have to
But-
also look at it this way. Does somebody pay say 75 lakhs of rupees for a 45-minute they go into an exam?
Not that much also. They will not. It's not, my lord, the figure is also not there.
The question is, would they then seek to recover the
Para
money?
105 of the first report.
105, no? Maybe, my lord, because So this is post-literature, yes, my lord. My lord, meritorious. The parents underestimated. It is really, my lord, a painful thing. It is a painful thing. When we went, my lord, I can't share all this, my lord, where we went for interrogation. But some girls' engagement was going. My lord. Ships are considering whether it is a localized event which can be identified student-wise or it is a widespread event.
Mr. Huda, tell us one thing. Is there any evidence? Or, I mean, we are conscious of your limitations also, because investigation is still going on.
That's right. That's right.
Investigation is still unfolding. Is there any material to any material to indicate that a similar pattern was replicated outside Patna and Hazaribagh?
No, my lord, no.
My lord, there is only one instance, no. My lord, in Godhra, that OMR sheet thing, they say that the plot was that the students will leave the OMR sheets unmarked, and in the time between time for examination is over and before it is deposited, the geography lecturer, Mr. Tushar Bhatt, he will do the filling and will deposit it. The common sense suggests that he can't do it as a geography teacher unless the paper is already leaked. He has the ready answer so that as soon as the paper is given to him, he sit down and do the
But
mark.
Godhra, ultimately nothing happened because the
What
district
they did-
magistrate, the
what
district
they did
administration stepped in.
That they
What?
prevented it by arresting the person before he could do the needful. But the question is, there was people from different states had come to Godhra to let the machination fructify. So the people filled that center pertaining to Karnataka and all other states from the Odisha, Karnataka, etc.
How
people.
many,
Lord,
Godhra, how many students, just 1 second. Godhra, how many students appeared?
In total, my lord, the students, but
But nobody is getting admission.
we can't.
Nobody is getting admission.
Your lordship would allow me to
What has
speak for a
happened?
while?
What has-
Nobody possibly, nobody is getting admission because never went to successful fruition. in
That's right.
Godhra.
My lord, what has
But
happened?
tell us one thing, totally Godhra, how many centers were there? Just, I mean, we just wanted to,
I'll just, my lord, in the meanwhile, then what happened in Godhra?
just only,
My
just tell
learned
us what
friend is
happened.
right. My learned friend is right. There was a person called Tushar Bhatt. He was the center superintendent, that in charge of that center. He assured students that you pay me this amount. What I will do is I'll ask the physics teacher and chemistry teacher to fill up the answer sheets. Whatever you can answer positively, you are confident, you answer. Otherwise, leave blank because
Tushar, who is Tushar Bhatt?
Tushar Bhatt is a city, he is a physics teacher.
Center
Center
superintendent,
superintendent, himself
well-
is a physics teacher and he's,
geography teacher. If I read correctly, it's a geography teacher.
I'll just check.
That's what
But
we have read.
physics teacher and
So he
geography,
was like the invigilator at the center. He was the invigilator at the center.
in charge of the center, but the physics,
And it is alleged that, after the students had filled in their OMR sheets,
he would get
the
3
blanks,
hours
the blanks would be filled in by the.
filled in by me. This information was, came to the knowledge of district magistrate and district education officer.
Lord, this was
There-
a month before, Lord, I had shown the email a month before this information was
So
given.
Godhra has nothing to do with the paper leak per
Paper
se.
leak, therefore the,
Except that what they are saying is that if the center in charge had made that representation, obviously he had the answer somewhere.
no,
That's right.
what he said was,
That's
that they are also arrested.
But were any of the solved question papers recovered from the center in charge in Godhra?
He was not permitted, because the officers came at 2 o'clock on. They sat through the exam and in their presence, they ensured that everything is sealed and sent. So those who kept blank remained blank.
And now from totally, how many students appeared from Godhra? Totally. How many centers were there in Godhra? If you can-
Centers with
2 centers in Godhra. How many total number of students in Godhra? 2513.
And good, how many from outside came?
I'm just going to come to it. 2513 in the 2 centers. Now, out of the 2513, how many come within the cutoff for 1.08 lakh seats?
How many are likely?
around 12 minutes.
Just a second, I'll just write. Godhra, 2 centers, 2513 candidates. And how many come within that 1.08 lakh, the last cutoff?
12, my lord, and
12.
12?
About 18.
18.
One center 12, another center about 6. We have given this pattern of mark distribution also, their performance also is, below average. That is that PDF page number 1016.
How many students at Godhra out of the 2,513 had come in from, who had changed their centers?
Please, the 14 could do it. Its application was done by about 36. It was not allowed for on account of non-availability. Only 14 were allowed change of center.
Is there anyone getting out of?
No.
Out of 14, nobody is getting admission in that. 1,08,000.
Who originally applied, somebody from.
Mr. Hoda, then even Godhra seems to be a sort of a localized, see, Godhra,
Cheating issue more than, my lord.
Godhra A, it never went through. In the sense that before they could do anything, there were arrests.
Yes, Lord. My submission is not that
Right.
actually the cheating has happened in Godhra, but I say the leak footprint was not confined to Patna. The
It came to
paper had
Godhra.
gone everywhere and
Not
there was.
everywhere. We at least now, we take your point that there's a likelihood that the leaked answers had traveled to Godhra as well.
That's right.
But Godhra, there's one clear distinction that the students had no opportunity to put their.
Lord, somewhere they are caught, somewhere they are not caught, something
No,
is
but Godhra,
noticed,
no.
something is unnoticed.
Godhra, nothing. Godhra, there is no wrongdoing at all eventually.
Yes.
Because before they could, because the process was not the students memorizing the question, but the center in charge putting the right dots.
But Lord,
That never took place in Godhra.
Lord, here this honorable court is considering the question whether the leak has a widespread footprint or not. Now, this is one of an indicator that this Mr. Tushar Bhatt had the answers beforehand so that he can do it. So it's a possibility. A possibility cannot be ruled out that he had the sold question paper.
Godhra,
Yes,
apart from
seven months. Even physics and chemistry teacher who was supposed to put the dots, the answer the questions, they are also arrested.
I see.
And with Mr. Tushar Bhatt, who, it's a case of cheating. He cheated the students that you pay me 10 lakhs, I'll do this.
It's a case of malpractice, but it assumes that they had the benefit of the answer sheets.
That's right.
The solved question paper.
That's right.
Because those physics and chemistry teachers who were to fill in the blanks, they would also have, they will not do it on the spot. They would have the pre-prepared sort.
Mr. Bhatt said, Mr. Bhatt said, I would have 3 hours before I seal the answers. So he gave it to the students or the parents.
That was his representation.
That is his representation based upon which he recovered some money.
Mr. Huda, from what we have now, I think we can wrap up your submission because you're the other side.
Just quickly wrap up
Now,
in 10
it
minutes.
appears that Godhra I don't think we can say is an example of a very widespread
I have just
decay.
one thing to point out.
Because A, there is no evidence to indicate that actually that scheme went through. In which case, as of now, we find that there is only wrongdoing which has taken place in Hazaribagh and Patna. To postulate that, on that basis, then the only thing which we are left with are the statistics.
And what,
That 61 students got 720 out of 720. Out of 61 students, as we now know, 44 got it because of that award of full marks, treating both the options of a question as correct. Can we cancel an examination only on that basis?
yes,
That's the
let
point.
me very
Or,
rapidly.
or is it something which falls short of the threshold which requires the court to cancel an
Let me, my lord,
entire examination?
very rapidly give me my view. A month before, admittedly, college Kaka, which I pointed out on the first date also, wrote to NTA
Who?
that college Kaka is a counseling center on 3rd of April 2024, more than a month before this exam. He indicated that this scam of OMR sheets being filled up later is going to happen. Please take care. The email is received on 3rd of April. In their response now, they say the email from the entity College Kaka subsequently has been forwarded by NTA to the appropriate concerned authority for investigation and necessary action. So this conspiracy was already a month before hatched.
Solved. Problem solved.
Come from Babu Garin.
I'll just do it.
Not one more angle, this Mr. Bhatt, Tushar Bhatt, would have the question paper from 2 o'clock onwards, not after 5. One of his student can give it to him. And they would start solving it. And thereafter somebody, that was his, my lord, idea of committing fraud, and therefore he started approaching parents of his knowledge. We have recovered 30 post-dated checks.
Lord,
Yes, my lords wanted to know.
Rapidly, my lord, wrap it up.
Whose center was changed, which they say is pre-planned and conspiracy. Not even a single candidate has come. Actually, at that was.
My lord, the story they are giving to this honorable court that the paper was collected from Hazaribagh at 7:30 and 240 kilometer in the transit, there was a breach. And on that breach, everything happened. Paper was
I
sold.
don't think that is the case.
My lord,
It's
that's
not,
the case.
Mr. Solicitor, is it your case, Mr. Kaushik? Which was being transported from Hazaribagh?
Yes.
No, not from Hazaribagh.
Where?
It traveled to Hazaribagh to one of the gang members.
Lord, that is
It happened in Patna.
Lord, Lord, it's an.
It's his school.
Oasis school is in Hazaribagh, your lord,
Right.
right? Where this breach happened.
But the breach occurred at Oasis school, according to you.
And
The
we have
school-
the CCTV footage.
That
The
the school
footage
is 3rd of May.
before 8:02 a.m., where both the trunks are like this. After 9:23, both the trunks are
And what about the Patna breach?
It is linked.
linked to Hazaribagh. On a para 50, my lord, if you're
What they
not-
say, but therefore, the Hazaribagh, the leak occurred in Oasis school, according to you.
Yes,
But in Patna, how is it linked to Hazaribagh?
my lord, the gang was. If your lordship sees para 50 of my first report.
Lord, 3rd of May, the Hazaribagh, it reached 3rd of May.
Para
School.
58.
To know the.
Page 19.
Chintu is Hazaribagh.
This Chintu is Patna. Yes. And they ensured, my lord, that they purchase a new mobile with a new SIM card so that there is no further leak.
I'm not sure. 45 minutes, the whole question paper can be solved. So the primary breach occurs at Hazaribagh,
Yes.
where the questions, the solving also takes place at Hazaribagh. It's relayed to Patna and then disseminated at 10:15. So that means between 9:30 and 10:15, the entire 180 questions were resolved.
After
It
question.
is the Patna FIR. The Patna police who first launched the FIR
Can I?
at 6 o'clock. They say we were tipped off by our people by the police in Hazaribagh. We catch that man there. That man tells us that we were on the previous evening itself, we were taken to this play school and all this was memorized. And what came in the NEET exam was exactly the same. So therefore, the leak, it has reached Patna on the 4th.
No. But the
Read the FIR. Please read the FIR. Please read the Patna
FIR is
FIR.
not the final copy.
The Patna FIR, the Patna police, what?
My lord, would your lordship?
It's the Patna
Well,
FIR which is crucial. And
why?
why?
A minute.
and
The case
just
diary,
one-
do we have the case diary of the Patna police?
The Patna
We have
police has
we have
submitted,
recovered.
they have submitted a report.
My lord,
which
when is, my lord,
which is the EOU report to the ministry. That report has not been placed before your lordships because the CBI takes over on the 22nd of June.
Huh? What is-
Or before that, the investigation was done by Patna, by the EOU. The EOU submitted a comprehensive report which is not before your lordship.
My
Your
lord-
lordships compares that report with what the CBI has done. Many more questions will arise.
Now, let me answer questions rather than arising questions. And please don't.
Please summon that.
We are in the
report.
court, not on the screen. Please see. Para 50.
My lords, that's an unwanted thing from the Solicitor General.
Anyway, my lord, para 50 at page 90.
That's not,
At
All-
10:15 a.m.
Mr. Mehta,
That anyway. At
Jolly.
10:15 a.m. on 5/5/24, so-and-so received NEET solved exam question paper number so-and-so. Your lordship knows, my lord, there was a burnt question paper which was found by Patna police. And burnt question paper had the center number. Question number so-and-so.
Which Kumar accesses it in OA?
This Lord, Lord, may I say something? Lord, para 51 also. One part goes at 10:35. My lord, at the outset, Mr. Hegde is a dear friend, we pull each other's legs, but this was unwarranted. Leaving it at that. But half of the question, my lord, paper was received at 10:35. Your lordship would find page 21, the photograph. They burnt the question paper because they didn't want that to travel anywhere else because that was their, the source of money. But a part was, my lord, fortunately recovered, which contains this 6136488. This is the center number of
Hazaribagh, how many centers were there?
5.
Five. Just one second, I'll make a note of that.
So students were also, my lord, from all over the centers. The leak is at one center, but OS is, my lord, but
Centers, totally, how many students in Hazaribagh?
one. Many हैं भाई. The candidates कितने हैं? अच्छा, total candidates.
Total.
Candidates. That
Five centers, 2,736. 736.
2736. कितने qualify होते हैं?
How many candidates would now fall in that 1.08 lakh? How many of those 2,700 would have qualified for admission? Because we'll see.
One thing is clear, they are not in the first. Lord, kindly see, my lord, report of the IIT Madras.
That we got 56,000 are for the government medical colleges, the rest will be.
Hazaribagh or Patna, my lord, doesn't find place there. So possibly,
Let's,
very few would be, my lord, selected.
in the 1.08 lakh candidates, how many? We want to now see, because admittedly there has been a breach at Hazaribagh and Patna.
It's from all five centers, those who would be able to qualify are around 80 only.
1.8.
80, 80.
8.
यहाँ से देखना पड़ता है।
How many centers in Patna?
I'll give you one.
Lord, in first 60,000, earlier, in first 60,000, 60, in 2023, Patna had 1993 students. I am reading from the report of the IIT. Now it has come down to 1561 students. First 60,000. Thereafter, my lord, I'll.
Now this time Patna, how many centers were there? 7 centers? They are saying 7.
12 centers.
12 centers. And totally how many candidates?
I'll give you exact.
Continue करना है ये.
यहाँ पे नहीं वो तो first 100 लेकिन first मतलब those who will be qualified.
continue on Monday at 10:30, so that we'll take this before we take our, so by lunch, we would have concluded the matter on Monday. So we would like to have a copy of the Bihar Police, report. If that can be circulated. EOU.
Now, there are two. One is local police. Thereafter, it was transferred to EOU. I'll place both.
So let the both be placed, you know, and if they can supply us.
So
also the
we'll take it up on Monday at 10:30, and we'll do our miscellaneous board Monday post, lunch. Hopefully we'll finish this by lunch.
I think.
My lord, Advocate Darbara here, I have made two requests, my lord.
Counseling can be stayed, Lord, because the counseling they have slated.
Counseling takes 3-4 months.
But we're keeping it after 2 days, basically.
We
Monday,
were
that's
to
fine.
declare counseling, my lord, and it would start from
Yes, sir. Okay.
24th of July or something. My lord, I must bring it to your lordship's notice. It may not happen, my lord. Then I,
We are taking it on Monday itself. We're now taking it on Monday itself.
please.
Lord, may consider declaration of the result, because Lord, entire data, what they are talking about, we can't really corroborate it.
Until
If they can only.
They are, from the last
I
time.
will satisfy lordships. No examination declares, because this is individual's personal property, my lord. It's. you
UPSC
are
does
not-
it.
UPSC also does not. UPSC does not. I'll satisfy.
And why not they?
My learned friend appears for you.
But what if you declare the, put the results,
That mark,
minus the names, with only the roll numbers?
Yes, Lord, roll number send it.
I'll, my lord,
Roll
just
number
check
and
up.
center.
Sorry? Center and the, roll numbers.
But I would sit with them and examine. But now, my lord, what exercise, my lord, my learned friend wants your lordships to.
Or you can even do this, you can have masked roll numbers. So that no identity of a student is disclosed.
Yes.
So you can have masked roll numbers in the sense you can have dummy roll numbers, but in a sequence,
In a sequence and center.
center wise.
That's it. So that we are also able to, Lord, apply our mind and maybe assess this honorable court better.
You can mask the center also. Yes. Center and roll number. Well, identity of the student, my lord. There is one.
It has been submitted that it would be appropriate to direct the National Testing Agency. We have heard, Mr. Huda, Learned Senior Counsel, appearing on behalf of the petitioners. Full stop. However, during the course of the discussion, in open court, we've also had the benefit of brief interjections by counsel on both sides, including by Mr. Tushar Mehta, Learned Solicitor General, and Mr. Kaushik, Learned Senior Counsel, appearing on behalf of the NTA. Full stop. The petitioners have submitted.
No, my lord, I am yet to be argued, my lord.
Yeah. The petitioners have submitted that it would be appropriate if the result of the UGC, of the UG 2024 NEET examination is published on the website by NTA, so as to bring about some transparency on the center-wise marks obtained by candidates.
No, centers then are identified.
Sorry?
Centers, my lord, center and number, my lord, will mask.
Without center, even,
Identity at the center. We make it pretty.
Lord, without.
And identity of the students is masked.
Something to say. Yes, sir.
Center, please let them, you see, because that's the basis on which they may be able to perform.
They have
to
analyzed
indicate some
center.
trends, etc. If they can't, they fail, but at least there's a sense of.
We are undertaking an exercise, my lord, from the reverse. That now let us see whether there is any, without any material. They have not shown any material of any material.
See, what is happening actually, Mr. Solicitor, what is happening is this. In fact, the reason why we were engaging in a very detailed line of inquiry is because the fact that there was a leak, at least in Patna and Hazaribagh now is,
Leak, my lord, theft.
yeah, but there was a leak in the sense that there was a.
Leak.
The question papers,
What kind of?
the question papers had been disseminated before the exam. That is undoubted. Question which we are now wanting to consider is whether this was only confined to these centers, in which case there's no question of a retest, or whether this was more widespread. Now, the students have a certain degree of handicap because they would never have the kind of data which is necessary to prove.
Data goes to, my lord, the coaching centers, and there are several problems. This is not just students with which
Right,
we are
but,
dealing with.
no, that's right. There's no difficulty. Therefore, we are not saying that you publish we want the students' identity to be masked because we don't want students to be approached.
No,
You can have dummy roll numbers, but in a series for those students, so that no student's identity can be diverse.
That is sufficient
But-
safeguard, will you?
But let us see center-wise, what was the mark pattern?
Yes, that's right.
At the end of it,
It's a data point.
at the end of it, Mr. Kaushik, even if they fail, we will have the satisfaction, they will have the satisfaction of having done their duty.
That's right.
But if the data does reveal something which has not appeared to us as laypersons, as judges, they will assist us at least. We'll,
We have
So grateful.
to say, let me discuss. If there is no difficulty, the losses may not.
No, what is the difficulty?
I will ensure, my lord, that that is perfect.
Lord, investigation is concealed from us. Result is concealed.
the result should be, the result should be declared in relation to each center separately.
Lord, we fix that time because ultimately they don't, if
This
they declare
exercise
it
may
on
be
a-
done, this exercise shall be done.
Kindly have sensitivity. So there are reasons. I don't
Let it be.
argue that. We don't wish to argue.
My lords, they have declared top 100 everything.
Center-wise.
Yes, it's.
They have given it to IIT Madras, my lord, they have given their analysis.
Metros,
center-wise.
but we have given because they are not
City
private.
and center wise, we'll say city and center.
My lord, your lordship.
This may, we will say that this may be, the results will be uploaded by 5 PM on tomorrow, on Friday.
Great, great.
Let them have an opportunity to, at the end of it, we'll see what to do.
Because center wise can be deferred till.
No, let it be done. Otherwise, we have to see the end of the matter by Monday. Let them, so yes, Mr. Venkataraman.
Let's kindly make it day after tomorrow, because 24 lakh students minutes, it will take time to compile in that manner. Day after tomorrow.
The click of a button that you can get.
They have already.
By Saturday, 12 noon.
My lord, there is a great urgency, my lord. It's not about meat. It's about, my lord, MSME. And my lord, High Court passed an order in the morning, my lord.
Email.
No, my lord,
Our batch.
Circulate an email. That's what we do to everyone.
My lords, if I may mention an intervention in the current matter, please, Vanshika Yadav, sir.
Who's mentioning?
Me, sir. Sir.
Yes.
Sir, we submitted our document on 16th morning. For some reason, it did not show in listing. This represents students from MP, from rural backgrounds and backward classes who have gone through great hardship to go through that NEET exam.
You don't want a repeat, right? Or you don't want
We
a
just
retest.
want that whatever decision comes, we seek an interim relief, my lords, that if a retest is ordered, in case a provisional counseling can be provided, that would be great. If a retest for any
Very
reason is
premature
ordered,
at this stage. Very
some sort of
premature.
exemption
We are-
may be made, sir.
We're in the course of hearing the matter. We haven't formed an
Sir,
opinion.
so if the application may be kindly taken on record, I'll be very obliged.
Application, you mean your petition?
The intervention application, sir, we filed it on 16th itself, however, it has not shown on record.
Yes, it's no difficult.
Obliged, sir.
Yes, Mr. Venkataraman.
Third batch is listed
Sorry?
today. Income tax part third batch.
Income tax, we will take it on Tuesday.
Lord, may I only request, your lordship can take it, my lord, there's a battery of councils to argue that side also. Will your lordship kindly hear, because being a part third, we are not able to go to any other court also, we're not able to do work here. We are really distracted.
Tuesday morning, Mr. Venkataraman.
At first matter and us first,
Yes, yes,
that's the
yeah,
only request, my lord, because
absolutely.
it is
But-
always listed
Mr.
first but
Venkataraman,
goes last.
Actually, throughout my career, I have followed the practice. Overnight part third comes first on board. But this matter.
Well, I
has
understand.
social
Well, if there is a time
ramifications.
constraint, your lordship can even
I have to
adjourn it, but we're not going to anywhere. That's a difficulty. We have to say that.
Tax matter first, Tuesday go first on board.
Would like